Hello everyone, let's see about the Mullerian ducts as well as the wolffian ducts. So to start with, the Mullerian ducts are also known as paramesonephric ducts and they give rise to the female structures. But the wolffian ducts, also known as the mesonephric ducts, give rise to the male structures. Let's see in detail about it. The Mullerian ducts or the paramesonephric ducts gives rise to what female structures? It will give rise to the fallopian tubes, the uterus, the cervix as well as the upper part of the vagina. All this is formed by it. So in questions they can give you a uterine didelphys or also bicornuvate uterus and then they can ask you what is the problem. The problem is failure of fusion of the Mullerian ducts. Let's see about wolffian duct. The wolffian duct gives rise to the male structures and it is also known as the mesonephric ducts. What does it form? It forms the epididymis, it forms the vas deferens, it forms the seminal vesicles as well as the ejaculatory duct. So it doesn't form the testis. But what stimulates the growth of all these structures? It is the testosterone which is produced by the Leydig cells in the testis. So with this we can know that the testis is formed by something else, right? So okay, let's see about it. So before that, let's see what is an MIF. MIF is Mullerian Inhibitory Factor. So what does it mean? Mullerian ducts gives rise to the female structures. So Mullerian Inhibitory, the Mullerian structures are inhibited by this factor, that is Mullerian Inhibitory Factor. This is produced by the Sertoli cells of the testis and it is produced at around 8 weeks. So what you should understand from this is that when the zygote splits and it is forming, it will be having both Mullerian duct as well as the wolffian duct, very primitive stage. Once the testis is developed, it will give rise to testosterone, as I told you, which forms the male structures, and it will also give rise to Mullerian inhibitory factor which will inhibit the Mullerian ducts, therefore allowing only the wolffian ducts to grow. So this is how it is produced in males, but whereas in females they don't have the testis, so therefore Mullerian inhibitory factor is not produced. Therefore the Mullerian factors will dominate and that will be forming the female structures. So this is in summary about it. So what is the role of Mullerian inhibitory factor? It is going to inhibit the Mullerian structures. So in females what happens? That's what I told you, they don't have a testis, so therefore this factor is not produced at all. Therefore the Mullerian structures will be produced normally and the female structures will be formed. So I was telling you like the testis has been formed much prior to all this. So how? In males, how do we know that it is a male? So they have one X chromosome as well as one Y chromosome. The Y chromosome will be containing the SRY, that is sex determining region on the Y chromosome. What will that region do? That will allow the gonadal ridge will be there, right? So that ridge, that primitive cell which is supposed to form the gonads, so it will allow that gonadal ridge to secrete the testis determining factor. So once this testis determining factor is produced by the gonadal ridge, that ridge itself will get converted to testis. So once it forms the testis, it will be producing the testosterone as well as the Mullerian inhibitory factor. The Mullerian inhibitory factor will inhibit the female ducts and the testosterone will allow the growth of the male structures. So this is how the wolffian as well as the Mullerian ducts are formed.